Hey everyone, welcome back. Who doesn't love updates? And I've had a lot of people asking about an update, so I'll give you an update video. About a year ago, or not a year ago, I got the Uniden Beartracker 885 hybrid CB radio and scanner. And I've installed it in my truck. The way I have it installed is right now just with a 12 volt power cord because number one, I had it all tucked behind here. That port decided it's got an issue now. And I kind of just wanted it to where it was, I could pull it out and, you know, take it out without having to run a wire to it and all this. Okay. So the thing about this is it is a CB radio, AM only, 40 channel, but that doesn't really bother me, the AM without sideband. Although I like sideband, I don't drive this truck too much lately, but when I use this, I'm mainly using it when I'm towing the RV on the interstate. And let me tell you, CB radio is still viable in 2022, November 2022. You can still get the updates and the information you need and have somebody to talk to. A lot of good people out there. You may say CB radio is dead. You're entirely wrong. You're terribly wrong. I really hope that you do some research and see where CB radio is these days. So again, a full CB, okay. Of course, there's always somebody on Super Bowl 6, right? All right, but now you have a scanner.
114 is back in service. We're out to McDonald's at 58 and 60 to address blackout tagout.
The thing about this scanner, a couple things to tell you. It does fire, it does police, it does DOT, it does ambulance. I currently only have police and fire on there. The thing about the scanner, for those who said the scanner portion sucks, I'm not sure why they said that. What I could tell you is the key is this right here. That antenna right there is made by Shark Antenna. It's a little wideband scanner antenna, and that antenna is replacing the one that this radio came with. All right. Now the radio came with an antenna that was like a wire. It's like a suction cup wire, and you were supposed to, go up and put it around the edge of the windshield here. I never even used it because Shark Antenna has made that really well working scanner antenna, and I'll leave the link in the description below on where to get that. So that opens the scanner up entirely. I've never, and based on GPS location, here's the GPS, okay? This thing, as you travel, and the GPS stays right there. For those who are wondering, it works just fine when the GPS is right here. It does not have to be in the window, okay? That antenna opens up the scanner, and haven't had any issues on receiving anything. I mean, it gets annoying. It's taking so much. It'll receive so many signals, and as I drive and change location, it will change the scanner frequencies based on the database that is in this card right here. Now that card, all you have to do in the software is you pop the card out, put it in your computer, and hit update. It just dumps everything in that's new. This does P25 digital. It does analog, police, fire, EMS, DOT. And now what I've noticed is, here's one thing, the DOT, right here, if you put DOT on, it comes up with some other frequencies I'm not sure of, up in the 900 megahertz range. And from my understanding, the DOT uses like low band and UHF and stuff like that. I could hear that's come up with some sort of systems. I don't know, 800 megahertz, 900 megahertz, because it does do those receive frequencies. I'm not sure where those are. Okay, so the DOT I usually leave off. The bear tracking warning system, bear tracker warning, has that worked? Absolutely, it does work. Now, I will tell you this, it is not a radar detector. You don't know where the cop is, or the Florida Highway Patrol, or anybody, sheriff. What it's doing is it's detecting based on signal level and your location vicinity. It detects that there's transmissions on police frequencies, and in turn, it'll go deedle 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 deedle, and it'll tell you there is some activity in your area. And 9 times out of 10, I'm either passing one or one comes and passes me. It will give you an idea in like a 2 or 3 mile radius that there is activity in your area. All right, so that does work, but don't. If you want a radar detector, buy one. Don't think this is not a radar detector. It's kind of fun knowing that there are law enforcement in the vicinity with that Beartracker warning system. Okay. The only other thing I got to say is, because I still have the screen protector on here, haven't taken it off yet, and you don't want to keep this in the heat. Like the button right here started to come off my finger one day. I hit it and boop, wiped off. But with the heat, if you can see, there's a little segment here that's lighting up. Not lighting up, it's glowing from the heat and the sun and stuff. So that, man, the bugs are out here. It's terrible. It's humid out. That is my fault. But other than that, you can change the colors on this thing. I mean, you can go to, display color. Here, let's change it to that one and make it easier. There you go. And then that'll time out. A lot of settings in here I haven't used. It does have a mic gain. It does have a channel 9, 19, a day and night, and it's got weather on here. The SWR functionality, let's see. Set the meter to SWR. What's that? 1.0 to 1. I have those things perfectly tuned. Those Shark antennas. I'll show you here in a second. I have the Shark fiberglass dual whips. I have a little bit of power under the seat. We won't talk about that. And a phasing harness with the mounts. All the stuff was provided by Shark. The scanner antenna, the CB antennas that are tunable tips for one end is 11 meters to the other. And I got it pretty nailed down to like channel 19. And I've made some good contacts in this thing. I can tell you on AM, with a little bit of power under the seat, like I told you, and me driving on the interstate facing north. I was up into Jersey. I was up into Boston, Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky. I've talked to a lot of guys on AM. CB has been hot lately. And if I get on that river, I want to make that video one day. If I go to the river, Wabasso Causeway, Wabasso, Florida, and I just park on that river right at the edge of the water facing north, my God, 11 meters comes open. And I've talked to tons of people on here, and they all think I got tens of thousands of watts. I'm just sitting there with 2 antennas, which makes it like directional forward and behind me. And I sit there on the water. It's like an artificial ground plane. You know what I mean? Or a ground plane with the salt water in front of you. Man, it does really good. So this radio, I can't say, for those who are asking, I can't say there's anything wrong with this radio. And I would recommend it. I would love if they had one of these for sideband. But, this will do. I want to tell you a couple things here. Number one, my new live stream. If you're interested in seeing videos like this from past and others, videos I even forgot I made, look on my channel, HamRadioConcepts. Go to the 24 hours, 7 days a week live stream. Hopefully I get the bugs worked out where it never drops again. I've got battery backups. I got upgraded internet. I'm paying the extra data costs. And we're going to see, it's a great thing to have a live stream where people can reminisce on videos from 3 years ago. Maybe you get ideas, you want to go watch the video. It's like a TV channel. So check out the HamRadioConcepts 24/7 live stream. Right now, there's like 2 people watching. Yesterday, there was like 25. There's a chat on there. And, trying to improve it. So that's a lot of work for me to make my computer into a server and battery backups and all kinds of stuff. And 2, thank everybody at Ham Radio Prep. Use the code EricPodcast20. Oh, that's my other code. Eric20. And you'll save 20% on any course that you buy. Ham Radio Prep makes it very easy to get your ham radio license. And I know, don't listen to me. Go online. Look at the tens of thousands of people have commented already and said they got their ham license in a week or less. So Ham Radio Prep is a great sponsor. They make this possible. So thank you to Ham Radio Prep. The code is Eric20. Save 20%. And for those who just heard me slip, if you check out my podcast, Ham Radio Concepts Podcast, on any platform, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, and more, you'll find it. Just search it. Before I go, I'm going to show you the antennas real quick. And my truck is a mess here, but this is the mounts that I got so far. Just the screws are rusting a little bit. Never really did too much with this. They both go back here into the cab, but these are the Shark. I made a complete video on these. These are fiberglass tunable tips. There you go. You just screw the tips in and out, and you get different performance on different frequencies. Higher frequency, lower frequency. Tunable tips. I've whacked a lot of things with these in the bank. They have not moved on tuning, and they seem to be really good. So Shark antennas, they have a lot of good stuff. All American made. I think there's one little tiny piece in the ferrule that's not, because they couldn't source it, but they're all made in the USA, hand wound, hand tested, American sourced fiberglass, and that's what we got on the diesel. So hope this update video gives you a little bit of insight on what I've thought about this radio, and it is well worth a purchase. There's people asking about it. You can't do the scanner like you can the SDS 100 I have. That thing you can scan astronauts if you want to. This does police, fire, EMS, and DOT at the most. But it's fun to listen to, man. You want to hear about stuff going on in your area, just drive around. It's there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.